Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Forex Tech Magazine. This is your host Lewis. Hope you guys are doing well today. Sorry, got a mouthful of food. Gotta take some water. That's the stuff I needed. Right there, baby. Good stuff. I'm gonna say welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, all my day one grindies, people that's been here, holding us down. Trying to sound like a hip hop rapper. But no, seriously, in all seriousness, I want to thank everybody for coming back. Thank everybody who signed up, all of our new subscribers, followers. I also want to thank all you folks who've been supporting us since day one and beyond. Um, Also, too, before we get too far into this, I want to just do a little housekeeping here. Disclaimer: please remember that any and all information that's given by us should be considered only to be educational, entertainment purposes only. And if you are in need of financial advice, our recommendation to you then would be to seek out the assistance of a licensed, competent advisor. Okay. The other thing is, if you haven't had opportunity yet to go in and register for the Smart Trader software, please do so at this time. It's a really great software. We use it. Now, full disclosure here, we are an affiliate of this software, and of course, by us being an affiliate, we will get paid if you use our affiliate link to register and get the paid for version. But you can go on, you can register, you can get the demo version, use it for free, not pay anything, and still get a ton of resources from it. We happen to use the paid version just because one is more features that we can use, and right now we're actually trading a live account. The account that we trade right now for the London trade or the London Open is a demo account. What we plan to do is take our other live account, which is really small right now, but want to build that up, get it to the point where what we're going to do is we're going to replace the demo account that we use for the London Open, and we're going to use that account for the London Open plus our other general trades as well. So if you haven't had an opportunity to catch us in the afternoons around 5 p.m. from 5 to 5:30 when we talk about our general trading account, check that out. Right now we got a position right in the pair that you see that we have on the screen up right now. We got a long position in the Canadian dollar, and I believe that should pan out for us pretty soon here. Sorry, I'm trying to get my coffee ready. And all right, looks like tea, but it's actually coffee. Trust me. Um, what else we need to talk about here? Let's get into why you came here for. What you came here for? First of all, let me get out all this crap. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. All right, good deal. Close all that stuff out. What you might notice stuff in the background. Essentially, what happened is my phone that I've had for only a couple of months is in need of some repair. So I'm just looking at my plan, seeing what options are available. Um. Oh, this right here is the Canadian, U.S. Canadian dollar. This is the one that we're in our general account. We're actually long the Canadian dollar. And so what I'm just doing here tonight, we're just kind of like looking at it, seeing how it's moving, tracking it a little bit. As you can kind of see right now, it is moving sideways, right? And of course, what we need to do is move side downward. And it hasn't started making that move as of yet, just moving sideways right now. So probably from here, it probably bounce back up. Um, it's pretty boring at this point, to be honest with you. Uh, There's not much going on with that particular trade. Let's get out of here. But the good thing about this trade, though, once we can pull back to this resistance line here, which has now become support, I think it may be some opportunity for it to maybe drop a little bit lower. So could be some money there for us. Anyway, let's get here. Sorry, guys. No, it sounds like I'm just waking up, and it's really just because I am waking up. Just to do this for you guys, man. I'm just that type of awesome guy. All right, so this right here is the Great Britain pound, the zillion dollar, and as you can see, this thing is continually making its way down. Now, we had talked about this the other day that it looks like it may be U-turning here because this is a support zone, right? And that could be a possibility this thing's going to push back up, right? But as you can see from the chart, looks like it's dropped through that support, it's closed through that support. Even though it pushed back up through it a little bit, kind of testing it, doesn't look like that's going to be support that's going to keep this thing in play. So next level support is at the, what's that, 189.38. How many pips away is that? It's about 138 pips. That might actually be a play, you know. So this right here, just for today only, you know, pop in and get out. Ooh, that's on a daily chart. Oops. I'm looking at the hourly chart. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Looking at the hourly chart, I think maybe not so much. Yeah, looking at the hourly chart, I don't know that I can make that same recommendation. So we're going down, 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 down. And here's the thing, even though we're making lower lows and lower highs, as you kind of see right here, they're kind of, you know, it's consolidating. It's not as lower low as it was before. It's kind of like low back to the previous low. Maybe a little bit lower, but it pushes back up to that previous low. So, yeah, this thing could be getting ready to reverse here. Let's see. I'll have to come back and look at that one. Part of me says, yeah, it's going to push down, just looking at the overall daily. The other part, when I look back at the hourly, it says that this thing is hanging out around the hourly a little too much. It's hanging out around that support zone a little bit too much, and there's opportunity for this thing to push back up and keep heading back up. Let's look at some other ones before we make a decision on this one. Yeah, that's looking crazy. Let's see here. The daily chart. Daily chart. Looks like price went down. Let's see, that is resistance. I'll tell you what it looks like it's happening. You're getting a little bit of a pullback from this, you know, this move that went up here, right? But I think there's still good upward momentum or upward or a bullish bias rather with the Great Britain pound, and I think that's the reason why you're seeing this push here. And even in the zillion dollar, where it was right there by support, looks like it was going to continue to go down, but it may in the intermediate push up. So we're going to look at these a little bit closer, just kind of really kind of determine what's going on here. Because these things could break, you know, but just I don't know, it might be some news or something that's coming out. You know, that's what we're going to need to look at. See what on the economic calendar coming up for the rest of this week. And based off that, we can probably get a better determination whether we should be looking to enter this market or not. And I got to tell you, I mean, right there around resistance. So typically when I'm around resistance, I am looking to sell. But this particular case here, because it seems like it's getting a lot of push, it may be this is a case where it's gonna break out. I don't know, because it's not coming from it's not using as much energy as it had to in the past to get to that same resistance. You follow what I'm saying? So it went up, came up to its resistance, it pulled back down to the support level, and then it pushed back up to that resistance again. So there's potential opportunity there. And then also too, looking here on our screen, our handy dandy news feed here, looks like there's a a lot of options that's going to be expiring today. So that in itself could definitely affect this currency pair. Make it do something kind of kooky. Uh, so we might need to just kind of slow down a little bit. Just look at this. And if we are going to trade, we're going to trade for like a couple of hours and then be out. Not going to be something where we're going to be looking at it do it for a couple of days. Definitely not a swing trade type move. Let's see here. So obviously, there's something here about some news that came out. Shoot, we got. Oh, I thought that was something else. And I like this website here. It's called Daily FX. I don't know if any of you guys use it or not. You see me use it quite often. Because there's a lot of information here, and I've been using it for years, so it's easy for me to read. I don't necessarily agree with all the analysis that's on here, but I do like to follow it. I think the whole purpose of analysis is really is you're looking at someone else's opinion, but you're still basing your own opinion based off of what you see it to be, not necessarily what someone else determines it to be. And sometimes you can get some stuff where it confirms what your thoughts are, and sometimes you get something that's going to be counter to what your thoughts are. Yeah, so you see, there's some different information that's coming out about the Great Britain pound. It's really kind of messing with this particular currency pair. It is a really tough time to navigate this, but that's okay. That's why you got me here. We're gonna push through it. Yeah. See these? Gosh, man, look at this, man. Yes, low, lower, higher low, potentially. Yeah, that's tough. We're gonna come back. We're gonna visit all of these just because we want to go back and see some of this stuff. I think it's just more so technical and economic noise that's coming out. That's what we're seeing, and I think the reason why we're um, looking at price patterns the way it is. I mean, right now, everything's pretty pushed up around either support or resistance line. Let's see what this is at. Yeah, so this is pushed up around a resistance line. Man, it is. This is crazy. Let's see something here. This is the economic calendar. This for today. There's a couple other sites too I like to use. I think they're really good. Okay, so here's what we got. We got retail sales coming out. Okay, so that makes sense. Retail sales coming out 4:30. Definitely can have an impact. Same thing in the U.S. Okay, so you got retail sales coming out in the U.S. and retail sales coming out in Great Britain. Definitely can have some influence on this currency pair. Yesterday, I think it was, the information that came out, consumer price index was off for the Great Britain pound. So of course, did not get the movement that he wanted to get there. Also, too, excuse me, consumer price index was off a little bit for the U.S. as well, and this is when you exclude food and energy, right? And the reason why that's off is because, or the reason why that's important is because, of course, price of food and goes up. We can have cattle or livestock shortage, something like that. But what you really want to look at is the price of goods being sold, because if the price of goods being sold is increasing, then that means that there's more money coming into the market because there's more people chasing said items and goods that's being sold. Now, price of food can go up without it being more people coming into the market buying food. It could just come up because there's a shortage in food. Like, I don't know, the swine flu wipes out a whole bunch of pigs, or chicken flu wipes out a whole bunch of chickens. I don't know. Anyway, all of a sudden now you got that shortage, and now all of a sudden you got more, people paying more for food, or a frost or freeze comes in and take out a whole bunch of orange juice trees out in Florida. You get the picture of what I'm saying here, right? It's uh, something other than demand, because more dollars are going into the market, that causes the prices of food and energy to go up. Whereas a car being sold, a house being built, clothes being purchased, things like that, computers, laptops, telephones, those things tend to go up in price because you got more demand, more people coming in wanting to buy it, push that up, and that's that inflation increase there tends to be uh, more influential on the market and on the Feds as far as when it comes to raising interest rates, because now all of a sudden, there is more money in the market, there is inflation because people are, spending more dollars trying to get the same thing. So when you have an inflation reading that reads lower, once you take out the food and energy, that could point to that there's not as much money going into the market as previously thought, and it could definitely have a negative impact on the dollar. And it's probably part of the reason why the dollar is down a little bit overall from yesterday. But it's not a given, but it definitely is part of the explanation as to why it could be, right? Now, as we kind of work our way through this right here, we're seeing that the Great Britain pound, Japanese yen is at a resistance line. It's pulling back. Question is, how far will it pull back, or will it go up? And we could trade this. I mean, we really could. What if we do decide to trade this? Of course, we'd be looking to sell, and we put our stop loss back up here someplace probably. And I haven't traded all week, so I might just get into this today just to get into it. But the only thing that makes me kind of nervous about trading this right here is when I look at some of these candlestick formations. Nothing really sticks out to me as being directional. Everything kind of points out to me being sideways, and so I don't like getting into sideways markets. So I am going to skip that one if I do decide to trade. This one right here is actually nice. This is making direction. We had a good, I think it was a good jobs report for the Australian dollar, and then now we're getting all this wackiness about the Great Britain pound. So this right here might be an opportunity to go ahead and sell. Right, we have support coming up here. And how many pips away is support? And a little under 100 pips away. Might not be bad, right? At least for a day or so. Let's see, hourly. Oops, let me look at something here. Hourly. And what I'm looking at, what it is, just use the Smart Fib tool, which is pretty cool, because what it is, they went out and measured the impulse wave, right, that first wave, right, A to B, right, there goes my C, pullback, And then the next A to B, or that's C to D, which was here, right? And then it went in and did A to B, measured out a C, and now it looks like the D should be here. So I mean, a couple of different ways you could trade it. Me personally, I think I probably only would trade to this next level of support and be out. Some people may want to stay in a little bit longer and try to get to that D extension. I don't know that that's what's happening here. That's what's shaping up here. That's gonna have that big of a pullback, but you never know. I do think that once information comes out about the Brexit, that just kind of be ready for a strong move, especially if it's positive. Strong move up in your Great Britain pound currency pairs. That's why I'm not looking to be overly extended in these pairs or leverage too high. Just moderate leverage unless I see something that looks really, really good, then I'll go in and leverage up a little bit, a lot higher. But we'll see. Bada boom, bada bam, bada bing. And here goes the US dollar, Great Britain pound, US dollar. And once again, it's moving sideways too. So, you got about, 3 out of the 4 of them just moving kind of sideways. And it just really doesn't really make you feel, how can I say it, secure or confident of going all in on any of these, to be honest with you. I'm okay with just, once again, sitting on the sidelines with these pairs. I don't ever feel like you have to trade every single day. I think anybody that does is crazy to some extent. I think sometimes the best trades that you can make are the ones that you don't take. And I think that when you get a situation like this right here, I think that it may be better for you to just kind of sit on the sidelines, watch how this thing plays out over the next couple of days, next 24, 48 hours. I mean, we're getting ready to get into the weekend here shortly. And just, kind of see how this thing plays out, because look at this right here. I mean, it's going up, it's hitting resistance, it's coming down, going to hit resistance again, going down, hit resistance again. I mean, it's not even coming back to any real level of support. It's just kind of just bouncing around there. So, I mean, that could have a couple of things going on with it. And I think the main thing is that people are trying to get some type of, trying to discern some type of movement or potential movement with this Great Britain pound pair. And in doing such, you're getting a lot of noise created in the market, and that noise creates a lot of whipsaws, and it could have the potential to really kind of mess with your account. And if it's not something where you're kind of like managing your account actively, where you're sitting in front of the screen and you're looking at it, or you don't have like your everything set up in place that if it moves up, you're able to capture a couple of pips, moves down, you're able to minimize your losses. You can really get hurt in this market, just be honest with you, right? There's better trades out there, something that's a little bit more directional, that'll probably be a little bit easier to trade. And honestly, that's what I look for, the easy trades, not looking to go out there and trying to do anything overly complex, because there's no need to. You overly, put too much complexity with it, and next thing you know, you're losing money. All right. So if out of all of these right here, if I had to say that I would trade, it would probably be this one here, right? The Great Britain pound Aussie dollar. And the reason being is just because there's some positive news that came out about the Aussie dollar from the jobs report, which is good, and that's the reason why you're getting this good push down, right? What I would probably do is wait for the next pullback, right? Because this right here is when the information was released. You see there was a good push down, then you see there was a pullback here, and now you see there's another push down. What I would probably do is wait to the next pullback, right? And once we get that next pullback, then look for your entry to go ahead and short it down. And I will probably just take it up to this this level of support right here, right? And then just leave it at that. And if I can't get in, off of a pullback, then I just won't get in. Just sit there and just look at it like everybody else, and just say, hey, you know what? woulda, coulda, shoulda. Wish I woulda had, but there's no need to risk money. No need to risk money that when there's going to be plenty of trades out there that's going to be it's going to set up really good for you, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to trade and make money on. All right, guys. So that is gosh, you know what, man? I'm getting out of here earlier and earlier every day. It's only taking me 30 minutes to get through this stuff now. I usually take about an hour to get through it. And once again, I think that's mainly because we was going on and drawing trend lines and putting everything in place. But and we had active trades in place. But now, since trend lines are already drawn and we don't have really any active trades in play, it's really been like a 30 minutes in and out type deal, man. So I'm not mad about that. If any of you guys have any questions about anything that we're doing here, anything that you see on here, please hit us up. You can go to questions at forwardsetmagazine.com. Leave your questions there. You can also go to our Twitter page. You can go to our Facebook page. You go to our YouTube page, and you can go to our Instagram page. Right, and contact us and send us a shout out. Follow us. If there's some currency pairs that you want to take a closer look at, something that you're interested in, maybe something you're trading, right? Email us. We'd love to hear from you. We'll sit down, we'll go over and analyze it, do a whole show, or part of a show anyway, wrapped around what is it you're trading to give you some more ideas on it. Trying to think before we get out of here. Yeah. Well, I gotta tell you guys, I'm about to get out of here. Listen, thanks for all you guys that showed up. Thanks for you ones that tuned in. I am getting ready to break out. I think we're at a good stopping point. As you can see, there's not much to do with these currency pairs tonight. It's kind of just trending sideways. We do got one that shows a little bit of movement, but how long that movement is going to go is probably temporary, man. But we'll see. At any rate, always like to leave you something positive, so I'll leave you something positive. Once again, if you tuned in earlier today, it's from the great Zig Ziglar, and that goes something like this: that if you help everyone if you help folks in life get everything that they're looking to get in life, I'm sorry, I'm messing this all up. You can get everything that you want out of life if you help enough people get what they want out of life. That's it. And so essentially what he was saying is that helping folks get what they want, helping them, solve, whether it's solving problems, for someone who doesn't understand how to maybe do some online marketing or whatever, and you understand how to do that, and if you're able to help them get what they want out of life by solving that problem for them, then therefore, you're going to better put yourself in a position to get what you want out of life by maybe being compensated for helping them solve that problem. So it's just another way of looking at life to help you to understand that, we all have gifts, we all have talents, and it's up to each individual to develop those gifts and talents and then use those gifts and talents to help us get the things that we want for ourselves and for our family. And anyway, man, listen, God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. We're getting out of here early tonight. It's at 3:30 a.m. It's so early. Oh, my goodness. Tune back in tomorrow. We may put on a trade tonight. I'm going to look at this Great Britain pound Australian dollar pair. It looks interesting to me. If anything, I may, like I said, put on a trade on this one right here tonight and then just see how it plays out over the next 24 to 48. Other than that, I don't really see anything else out there that looks really interesting that I think I would want to get into at the moment, except for this one right here, possibly. Anyway, listen, God bless you. Have a good rest of your day. Hope you guys have a tremendous trading day. Hope you make a ton of money, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.